Where are the finishers? Who are the finishers? That's one of the big questions that come to mind when you look at the squad India have assembled for the T20Is in West Indies. It's the first T20 assignment for India after the recent IPL, and it doesn't feature two of the best finishers from this season's IPL. Rinku Singh and Jitesh Sharma, both of whom flourished this season, find no spot in this T20 squad. So who could be finishing? The question becomes more pertinent because you've seen Hardik Pandya now get accustomed to a number three, number four role, a more anchor type role almost in for Gujarat Titans in particular. If you look across the squad, there's also Sanju Samson, who again tends to bat at three or four for Rajasthan Royals in the IPL. So you have a lot of batters, as we've seen in the past, who are more accustomed to batting in the top of the order. So who will be the finishers? Is there a chance that Tilak Varma, who gets his maiden T20I call up, will feature in one of those number five or number six roles? Could it be him and Samson doing that job? That's one thing to keep an eye out on. Samson also ties in, of course, to the question of who is India's first choice wicketkeeper in the T20I setup, because Samson and Ishan Kishan are the two who have been picked for this squad. Kishan got a full run of games in the six T20Is India played against New Zealand and Sri Lanka at home at the start of the year, but his returns were far from what you'd expect from him. And given the fact that this squad also features another newcomer, another new entrant in Yashasvi Jaiswal, who's had the kind of IPL season he did, you have to wonder whether there is room for Ishan Kishan at the top of the order, in which case, if he's not playing, Samson plays, where does Samson bat? That's another question. Focusing still on India's batting, the batting might fall off a cliff very soon. It's not something we haven't seen before, but you look at the squad and Akshar Patel is the only bowling all-rounder in the mix. There's no room for Washington Sundar, there's no Shardul Thakur, there's no Deepak Chahar, which means India will once again go in with a lengthy tail in most matches, with Akshar Patel occupying the number seven spot. So what's going to happen there? Ravindra Jadeja, he does not feature in this squad. Are we to assume that he is rested? Could it be possible that India are considering Jadeja's workload in tests and ODIs, given that this is an ODI World Cup year, and also given that Jadeja has had his run of injuries in the last few years? Still on the topic of rest, Mohammad Shami, he does not feature in any of India's squads for the entire West Indies tour, not in the tests, not in the ODIs, now not in the T20Is. It's the kind of break you have not seen given to anyone in Indian cricket, barring injuries. So are there prolonged fitness concerns behind Shami's elongated rest? And finally, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, what is the status on India's two most recent T20I captains? Have they been told that they are not part of the plans in T20I cricket going forward, or are they still in the reckoning when it comes to India's mix for the next T20 World Cup, which is now just under a year away?